It's the fourth week of October 2022. Time to look at the Albuquerque housing market and where we're at this week. We get updated information every single week that tracks every home for sale in the Albuquerque area. We're looking at active homes for sale. So this is I love this report, and I've said this many times. It tells us where we are in real time and what's going on in the Albuquerque market. If you want to see this report, you can go to abqhomeprices.com. I've got this one as well as the different zip codes and cities bookmarked with this particular report. Right now, we're looking at the entire metro Albuquerque area, all single family homes, detached houses for sale. We've got the metrics over here, but I'm going to jump right down into the details down here at the bottom. And first and foremost, there's been a lot of conversation about number of homes having price decreases. It's actually very common this time of year to see a increase in the number of homes that have taken a price reduction. So these are homes that are on the market, have not sold, didn't find a buyer yet, so they're doing a price reduction to encourage buyers to take another look or to take a first look. And right now we're at 42% of the homes on the market with a price reduction. That may sound high, but actually that's very average, other than 20 in 2021 and 20 in 2021. Those are, unusual years, and you can see those years. So this was in 21, it was 30%. In 20, it was 32%. But if we go back to 2019, it was about 41%, and we're at 42% now. So it's very common to see that. Now, you got to understand that's on top of this price appreciation that we've seen over the last couple of years. So, homeowners are in a very good shape if they purchased before, let's say 6 months ago, right? Everybody's had price appreciation up until that point, but let's talk about that. So if we look at I'm going to look at just price per square foot. There's some other things here, median price, but let's look at price per square foot. So this is the price of homes that are listed for sale. This is the average price per square foot. And we had this big run up from 138 back to 3 years ago in November of 19, went up in 20, went up in 21 again. This was a huge move here from 20 to 21. We saw a big move up until this spring, and then it stalled out, and it's been more or less flat ever since. We haven't seen a whole lot of price movement upward. It's been kind of a straight line. I want to call it a bullish signal. I'm not going to call it a bearish signal either, because if home sellers felt like they just got to get sold and they need to fire sale their home, we would see this number going down. If it was going down, we'd also see other home sellers putting their home on the market, reducing their price as they come on the market as well. We haven't seen that. Homeowners are holding steady on their price right now when they are trying to sell. So we're not seeing a whole lot of movement there. Again, that price decrease was an interesting indicator, but if you actually look at the average price per square foot, we haven't seen a whole lot of movement. Another signal that I look at here is average days on market. Again, this is for homes on the market. If we go back to 2019 again, I'm going to keep comparing to that because that's really what we want to compare to. Average time on market for homes that hadn't sold back then was 110 days. Right now it's at 64 days, which is much higher than we've seen. And it's definitely taking a little bit longer for homes to sell now than 6 months ago for sure. However, it still would be considered a seller's market based on the time on market right now. And just one last thing I want to look at is the number of homes on the market. We always talk about supply versus demand. Here's our supply side right here. The number of homes available to purchase right now in Albuquerque. Again, this is single family detached homes in the greater Albuquerque area, the Albuquerque MSA. There's 1,312 homes for the week on average. And that's still very historically low. It's interesting. The city of Albuquerque came out with their housing plan here was it this week or was it last week? I don't remember. Oh, it's all a blur. And they confirmed what we all know, which is we have a shortage of housing units in the greater Albuquerque area. In that case, they're talking about both rental properties as well as homes, and they estimated about 4,000 homes short. So we do know we are short homes. We do know that the price increases that we've seen over the last couple of years that were unprecedented had to do with low supply and low interest rates, which created a lot of demand, and prices came up. So now we're in this situation where we still have low supply historically. We have interest rates now, though, that have more than doubled in 6 months. And so there are a lot of people that would like to be buying, that would be home buyers if they could, make the numbers work. And right now at 7.5% mortgage rates, those numbers may not be working for them. The thing is, there's still plenty of people out there buying. We had about 250 homes go under contract in the last week. So there's plenty of activity still going on in the Albuquerque area. One last thing, I took a quick peek at October versus October 21. We are going to have another year over year gain, probably double digit, probably let's say 10 to 15%. I know it's a big range. But I do expect to see that year-over-year price appreciation to be pretty high, actually. And that's going to be very different than price appreciation from May of this year till today. I think it's probably flat would be my guess. But if you got any questions about real estate, we're the Venturi Realty Group of Keller Williams Realty. I'm Tego Venturi. Our office number is 505-448-8888. Thanks for watching.